all those guys in the Pro Bowl, and you're 6-6. So where's the value, Skip? Where's the value in that? There is none.
My turn?
No, it's not your turn just yet. 6-6, and you're going to talk about this. Hey, Mo, really, Skip? You ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Are you asking me? Or
No, they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Okay.
You should be ashamed that you get.
I haven't spoken yet.
I took my blood pressure medicine this morning, so I'm really composed. People at home. I took my pure spectrum CBD because I needed it, because I had a feeling. Because when Azzy, our producer, called me last night and broached this, he could tell. He's like, yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty good. Because he knew. He said, make sure you go in and take your medicine.
This is calm?
Yeah, I'm calm now. I took me a couple of eye droppers full of old pure spectrum this morning. Because I knew Skip was going to get my blood boiling with this subject. But in Dak's value, he's not... I want to know, who's first, Skip? Can you tell me? I'm asking you, do you know who's first?
I didn't even look.
That's why it's a bullseye.
I assume it's Lamar Jackson, but I don't know that.
But what about Russ? So how many games do you think Seattle would win with their backup Geno Smith?
Tell me when it's my turn.
I don't want to
keep asking these rhetorical questions.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you. How many games would Seattle win with their backup Geno Smith?
I think without Russell Wilson, they would have lost 3 more games. Maybe 4.
Skip, they're 9-1. They've had 10 one-possession ball games, 9 of 10 of which they've won. And you think Geno Smith? Skip, Geno Smith couldn't find a home anywhere. Not New York, not either one of the New Yorks.
It doesn't take into account who the next guy would be. It's just wins over replacement.
Or who's the replacement? Geno.
It's just over average replacement.
Oh, well, little do they know the guy they talk about is average. So average over another average guy.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
All those players you just mentioned have all supremely underachieved all year. None has lived up to his contract, starting with Ezekiel Elliott, Zach Martin, Ty Smith. Who else? Amari. He doesn't have a contract.
Well, Travis Frederick was out last year.
Okay. He's been pretty good, but not what he used to be. Byron Jones, no. No.
Well, D-Law?
How about D-Law? $100 million contract? No.
What about
what do you tell me about the Dallas pass rush? It comes and goes, but it mostly goes, right?
Yeah, it never arrives. It
never arrives, okay? So only one player has played beyond expectations, and it's the quarterback. He has had an extraordinary year. If you look at the overall numbers, they are eye-popping. They're better than Russell Wilson's overall numbers because there's so many firsts in so many categories. Again, he led the whole year in QBR until the last couple of weeks. Now he's third, which is no shame in that.
It is shame in that when you've been leading. So that means you did something wrong not to be leading anymore, right, Jenny? If I'm winning the race and all of a sudden I lose the race, I did something wrong.
Okay, but he got docked in QBR because he didn't wear a glove for a half at New England in driving rain and plunging temperatures and 30-mile-an-hour winds, and it dropped in. He had a 15 QBR after he threw for 110 in the fourth quarter with his glove on.
And after he threw for 45 through the first 3 quarters.
Okay,
With the glove
that
off.
hurt. So he had a 15, and that dropped him all the way to, it's shameful, third.
Yeah, that hurt me because I picked him.
Yeah.
That's what hurt me.
Yeah, well, that's your fault. So Dak Prescott is first in yards passing. He's number 1 in what are deemed catchable passes. He's number 1 in passes for first downs. His offense is number 1 in third down conversions, and that's mostly because of Dak Prescott. Yes, it is. He's been far more responsible than the underachieving running back.
You hear that, Amari? Now, you say Amari changed his life.
Okay, but
now you ain't giving Amari no credit.
So he is, let me go through the rest of these. He's tied for third in touchdown passes. That's pretty good. He's second in air distance after I had to sit for 3 years here. This man across from me saying, he's dinking Dak. Second in air distance. He's second in completions of 20-plus yards. These are extraordinary numbers. These are off the charts.
Yes.
These are MVP quality numbers.
Oh, whoa. Why are you still having that conversation?
Well, I'm just saying, these are, if I gave you all those numbers and you didn't know the rest of the story, you'd say, wow.
Hey, Skip, you see, I see what you did there, but I'm here to correct you. You said all these guys, you said Zeke and Zach Martin and Tyron Smith and Byron Jones and DeMarcus Lawrence all have failed to live up to expectations.
They have not done their part.
You know why?
To make you better than 6-6. And by the way, my team was in every game. I'm going to give you the Buffalo game. I didn't think they were ever really in the Buffalo
They weren't
game.
really in the New England game either. But
Yes,
that's
they
weird.
were. It's 13-9. Give me a break. Do you remember what happened? Do you remember the tripping penalty?
I remember what happened.
They were so in it that
What
they would
happened?
have
You
won it
showed
without
up.
the tripping penalty because it felt like something special
Skip.
was on the edge of
Wasn't
your
nothing
seat.
special. They came and got the special. That child of L. Skip, what happened is that the guys that I mentioned, you say they haven't lived up to expectations. There was very little expected of Dak. So anything that he did above that, it's like when you're training a child to go potty, they do it one time, you're like, good job, because that wasn't, you expected that. It's all of a sudden when they 3-4-year-olds and they have an accident, now you're disappointed. See, you're disappointed in those other guys because they have expectations. They have ceilings that they've met before. Your guy haven't been what you wanted him to be. So that's why you're happy.
My guy, over the last 10 games last year, led the whole league in completion. Stop it. I had high expectations. My guy, over his first 3 years in the league, led the whole league in game-winning drives. How many does he have this year, Mr. Hall of Famer?
How many?
None.
Exactly.
None.
Exactly. So hold
That
on.
is the problem.
Whoa,
So
whoa.
he's making all kinds of plays between the 20s. The classic drive of the whole year was against the Minnesota Vikings.
And what did he do?
Big stage game with America on the edge of its seat. No, he didn't do anything. You can say Jason Garrett did that. You can say Kellen Moore did that. And you can certainly say Zeke did that. Yeah. Heimlich was my coaching staff.
No, I don't see. You see what you did, Skip?
Because my quarterback threw them with 6 straight completions from the 6-yard line to the 11-yard line, and it just completed an 8-yard pass to Amari. It's now 2nd and 2 at the 11. If we score, we win.
No, you don't.
We win.
Cousins going to grab right
Oh,
back down the
stop
field.
it.
Skip, he had just went back down the field and got the lead.
This would have been the classic case when he throws it to you.
No, he doesn't. No.
Dak was 4-0 against Kirk Cousins.
All right, until he got a better squad. Now he 1-0 against you.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't have been.
I know
because
who
then what happened on 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down? Zeke. No.
I know a guy that's
L.
I know a guy that's 3-1 against your guy. But Skip, I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, all these.
I think I just figured it out.
No. But you're telling me how?
It's wins above replacement. It's the classic baseball stat.
No, I don't want to do the baseball.
Okay, well, that's where it got most popularized. But
Exactly.
again,
And I don't get it because
Mike Trout will win every year.
Hey, what is
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. They don't go to the playoffs with the best player, arguably, that's ever played the game. They don't make the playoffs with him.
Okay, but
so what is value in that?
Okay, his problem is he can't pitch. That's his problem.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm trying to figure out with Dak, though, Skip. You keep telling me that
Dak can pitch. He's the pitcher.
His first 3 years, he had all these game-winning drives.
I've
But
told
you
you.
want me to believe now he's more valuable with none.
I told you he's not making the throw in the moment to win the game.
Thank you.
But all the rest of the numbers are extraordinary, off the charts.
Skip, I need you to do that. Skip, you know how this works. I mean, what was the knock against Peyton Manning? Yes, he's got all these yards. Yes, he had all these MVPs. But I need him to show up for me in the playoffs. Okay, I see Dak got all this. But like you said, when he needs to make that play, when the rubber needs to meet the road, I need to see him. I haven't seen him. When am I going to see him?
Well, he's Brady-esque, but he's not Brady.
That's Brady-esque.
Yep.
Stop that.
Still, we're going to stick with Brady-esque?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're right. You know what, Jenny? He got the nail on the head. Tom Brady this year. That's that. Brady-esque. Tom Brady in 2019. He ain't Tom Brady from 18 back.
Do you know how close this team is to being 10-2?
I know how close this team is to be 4-8
One play away
too.
here and there.
I know how close they are to being 4-8
I don't.
with the second most valuable player.
Worst case, and it's happened.
6 and 6.
Yep.
It's happened, and we get to see more of it tonight. One team.